Welcome to Accedis, a very happy user. We'll see how Odoo 15 will help them organize their warehouse for efficiency, to minimize the number of touches and reduce errors. And we'll start our journey with purchasing product. We'll see the purchase order, receiving the product, and storing them to the right location. You ready? Let's go! Once you purchase the product, the truck comes a few days later and brings the products to you. We unload the products in the dock. Then, the dock coordinator scans the product receipt. He can build pallets and boxes together. All he has to do to identify the right receipt is to scan one of the products, just like that, and Odoo filters to the right receipt. When I select the receipt, he's proposing me to batch all the receipts from the same vendor. That way, I will be able to scan multiple orders in one shot. Very easy. Then I can scan my products. I scan a product, and when I have more units, I can say I will scan a box of 40 or a pallet or 84. You scan it or you do it on the screen. And I confirm. Then, once you have scanned all the products, you can place a license plate number, which is, in this case, an SSCC number, an identification of the pallet. You place this number on the pallet, and now it's identified with all this content. All I have to do is to scan it. If you use QR code, it's even easier. With GS1 code, you have all the information you need, the product, the quantity, the packaging, the serial numbers if you use them, in the QR code. So it's very easy. You scan the QR code, and Odoo sets all the data for you. All you have to do after is to identify the pallet. If you want to place a pallet number on it, like this, you scan it, and you are good to go. You can identify and store this pallet in the warehouse.
Perfect, right in time.
Now, the material handler will store the pallet to the right location. All he has to do is to scan the pallet number, and Odoo will tell him where to store it in which location. It's based on put-away strategies that you can define based on the capacity of your bin, the type of packaging, or custom strategies like a triadic warehouse with slow, medium, and fast-paced products. Now that the products are stored, Patrick, the inventory manager, can launch cycle count. He can do it manually, based on rules, that's what he's doing right now, or he can automate it with rules that he sets on the location. And once he sets these inventory rules, the people will start the task. Based on the cycle count request, the worker can do his inventory adjustment. In this case, I have to check this product. I have 3 products in the system, but I see I have 4. So what I can do is scan the 4 products, just like that. So I have 1 extra. And I can validate my inventory adjustment so that the inventory level will be fixed. But maybe if I have 4 here, it's because there is 1 somewhere else in another location. In order to get the inventory level of any product everywhere in your warehouse, just scan it, just like that, and you see everywhere this product is located. And we see here that in another shelf, in another row, we have one of these products. And so I can fix this quantity too. Let's see now how to organize the customer flow, from picking to packing to shipping. So we're back with Patrick, the inventory manager, and he will show us how we use the new reservation method in order to decide what should be done today. So we have 3 methods. One is as soon as possible, which was the only method available in Odoo 14, or he can do manually, so that he controls when he wants to trigger what, or he can use X days before scheduled day to automate the process. So for example, we have FedEx coming in on Monday. So Monday morning, he triggers manually all the reservations so that we know we have to do that this day. Now that we reserved all the products to be done today, the inventory manager will decide who will do it and in which batch. For this, he has different picking strategies: batch picking, wave picking, or cluster picking. You can automate all these strategies, or he can do it manually to have a fine-tuning of what he wants to do. He is currently creating a wave transfer and assigning a responsible so that he will give a task to the worker. That is very efficient to automate your flow in the warehouse. To speed up the inventory process, workers do cluster picking. They can pick multiple orders at once, storing one order per box so that they are ready to pack very easily and fast. So I choose one of the batch 1, and it's telling me what to do. First, I need 2 of these. So I scan the product, and then I move it to one box. I scan the box so that he knows for which order it is allocated. Then I check, and I need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I move the box in the same box because it's for the same order. So I put the 4 products right there, just like that, and I scan this box so that he knows that I put it for this order. Now I check, and I need to do this one. And I need 3 of it, but this time it's for another order. So I move them in the right box, and I scan the package. Once it's done, I validate the order, and we are good to go. All we need to do now is to pack these products. As the products are ready, the worker can pack the products, and Odoo automatically print the shipping label. He can stick the shipping label on the box, and we are good to go. The customer will receive his product in a few days. The new version of Odoo, Odoo 15, has been designed around 7 principles for best warehouse operation. First, we want the minimal number of touches of the goods. So from the receipt to delivery, we want to optimize the number of touches. If you have a fully automated warehouse, it could be 0. But in reality, the majority of the warehouse management system run around 7 or 8 touches. With Odoo 15, we think we decreased it to 3 or 4 touches for each good. Second, we designed around a one-way flow. We have tools so that you can design from the picking, the replenishment, and the receipt of the good one way in your warehouse, so that it's easy to organize the warehouse and you minimize the distance traveled by the people. Third, we want the stock in the right place. If you minimize error, if you optimize where you store the goods to reduce the travel distance, if you organize better your warehouse, you can save up to 20 to 30% of the time to operate your warehouse. Next, we want the right amount of stock. So we want to be don't want too much, not too few. It's easy to replenish. You really have the right amounts of stock in the right packaging method. Next, we design so that you optimize labor. The barcode scanner is super fast. You have tasks for every operator so they know exactly what to do. We also reduce the travel distance they have to do. We also work so that all the operations they have to do, like inventory or picking, packing, shipping, everything is built in for them to proceed very fast. Next, we want to minimize errors. If we minimize errors, we'll have less issues with replenishment. Everything is going to be better. So we have control system, benchmarking, and tools so that they have to record less, or tools so that we can control where you have issues. And last but not least, our system is fast and reliable. It can even work if you lose the internet connection, which is very important in a warehouse because your Wi-Fi doesn't work everywhere in the warehouse. So we designed something that runs everywhere.
So let's start. First, before receiving the goods, we have to set up quality control points. Because when we set up these points, whenever a good is received, the quality will be triggered. So to set up a quality control point, we have to go to the quality module. Then from within the quality module, select the quality control menu and click on quality points. So to create a new quality control point, click on create. On clicking create, we will be presented with a form view where we can give the title to the particular quality control point, and we can select the product or product categories on which these quality controls have to be triggered. If we select the product, then on creating purchase order for that product, this quality control point will be triggered. If we want this to apply for multiple products, then we can either select multiple products in the products column or select a category of products by selecting product categories. Then the next step is to select a point where this particular quality control should be triggered. Like it can be delivery, receipts, or internal transfers. So for this example, we'll just select receipts. That is, when we create purchase order and stock picking is being triggered, then a quality control will also be triggered. So after selecting receipts, we can save this by clicking on save. After setting up the type of operation where this particular quality control is to be triggered, we can set the type of quality checking to proceed. Like it can be a pass or fail, where we can specify whether the product has passed the quality checking or failed. Or it can be like providing some instructions to the quality checking individual, or like taking a picture and uploading it to Odoo, like that. But for this example, we'll select pass or fail. And then once we have selected all these required values, we can just save the quality control point by clicking save. After setting up the quality control point, next step is to see it in action. So in order to see that, the inventory user, when he logs into the inventory and selects a transfer, if a quality check has been triggered for it, he can see the quality checking tab. So to do that, we'll navigate to the inventory and select the transfers. From there, he can select the receipts. In the receipts, the user can see that there is a quality checking triggered for it by using the button quality check. So on clicking that quality check button, he will have 3 quality checking actions for each of the products from the particular transfer. So on clicking the first one, you can see that there's an option to mark it as passed or failed, as well as an option to give some instructions or notes based on the quality checking. So after giving his remarks in the notes field, he can mark the product as passed or failed based on the quality check he has performed. So if the product has passed the quality checking, the user can click pass, and this particular product will be marked as pass the quality checking. So these steps can be performed for the remaining products also in the same transfer, and once the quality checking is completed, the user can go to the transfer and mark validate, and so the transfer will be confirmed. Suppose there are some product that has failed the quality control process, then the user can mark it as failed, and then there is an option to create an alert for the quality checking of that particular product. So there's a button known as create alert. On clicking create alert, the quality control alert will be created for the corresponding quality check, wherein the user can provide the title and other details like the description, any corrective actions required for that particular product, and the preventive actions to prevent, like that. So some necessary details can be provided, and a quality alert can be triggered. And the responsible person for that particular quality alert can also be marked, so that he will be able to see and take the necessary actions. So a quality alert, after it's created, then whenever the action takes place, like any preventive actions are taken, the particular stage can be changed to confirmed action proposed, and as well as once it is solved, once the action due to which the particular quality checking was failed, or the defective product, if it has been fixed, then the quality alert can be marked to solved. So there are some reporting features available in quality control module of Odoo. Like for quality checks, you can click on quality checks reporting and view a basic reporting for the number of quality checks issued and the number of quality check actions passed and failed, etc. So we have a bar graph view, a pivot view, and the different types of Odoo reporting views available here. The reporting features available for quality checks is also available for quality alerts, where we can see different reporting views of Odoo for the alerts created and their status. So this is how